Chinese company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to sabotage us for sure. They're literally seeing potential in us, and they're trying to sabotage us for sure. I literally see that.
Uh,
What in assholes?
that is a possible thing.
Dude, they're bitching
That's a
about
really
Zoom
That is
in Zoom, dude.
possibility.
What is this?
It makes sense, right? Like they literally try to sabotage us. But you know what? If you actually Google Zoom, it actually says that their headquarters is in San Jose, New York. I mean San Jose, California, United States, not New York, sorry, and not in
Oh,
China.
okay. So which
It's
I guess
actually
the
an
owner is
American
from
company.
China. The person
It's
who
actually an
started this Zoom
American
is
company.
from China.
okay, but
Yeah. The
I
founder of
guess
the
so.
company is basically a Chinese. Yeah.
this is a
He
very
would have
tricky
listed in
situation.
New York.
Now, shall we support Trump or ban China? What shall we do? It's up to
I
you.
don't know, man.
Well, it's
It,
almost impossible to boycott China, I would say, because
yeah, to be honest,
70
yeah.
to 80% of the object that we are having is from through China somehow, assembled, made, or
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
can make
for
a
sure.
try and do stuff. I know 100% is like a
we
very long way to
can.
go. But 10 years down the line,
That
at
needs,
least don't you think 40% can be done? 40 to
I
50%?
guess, but that would take a lot of like support from the government
Yeah,
of respective
lot of
countries.
support.
Exactly,
Like you saw,
exactly.
Japan
Like
was investing about $5 billion for the companies based in China to like come out
yeah,
of there, go to India or other countries.
that and
Exactly.
we
Same
are
way,
also
other
banning now Chinese food. Apparently, we don't understand the difference between cuisine and industries.
Chinese
So
food, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
right? Like, yeah,
That
that's the
that is
major
the
issue.
best thing I have heard today. Best thing.
who
Ban
is this
Chinese
fellow?
food.
Who gave him the power to be a politician in the first place?
I swear, right? Like,
Hey bro,
dude, it's
he's the
weird.
same person who started Go Corona movement. Okay,
Oh,
Corona Go.
okay, now makes
You remember that movement, right?
Yeah, makes sense, dude. Like, it's
yeah.
amazing.
If you were to start that as a movement, like, obviously. So, but
I guess we all
on a
know.
serious note, do you think that there are Indian alternatives to Zoom? Are you guys aware of any Indian alternatives to Zoom? Because I am not. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know any Indian alternative to Zoom. Venkat also
I
doesn't.
guess there is one. I
Oh,
don't remember the name, but I guess there was something like that.
oh,
I'll tell
okay.
you what, it's
Not
actually
sure.
really hard to come by Indian alternatives because there are like two reasons. I'll tell you. The first being the price, like, right? I mean, if I'll give you a general example, right? I actually had to buy a phone for my dad very recently, and I was looking at the, obviously I was looking at Amazon for like different options for me to buy him a phone. And the first thing that really my dad told me was like, please go for a cheap phone, for something that's like, not very expensive and is basically handy for me to use. And the best option that I got was basically a Samsung phone. And Samsung is definitely made in China.
Dude, Samsung
It's
is
a Chinese product.
Korean.
I mean,
It's
yeah, I mean
Korean.
it's Korean as
Assembled in
in the
China, yeah.
company is
Assembled
Yeah,
in
Korean.
assembled
China.
in
Exactly.
China.
So exactly. The company is Korean, but like it's manufactured and it's assembled whatever in China. So I mean, looking for alternatives in terms of how you can basically contest this company or contest the entire market for getting into the scene entirely. It'll be really difficult when you think about it because price plays a major role, especially when you look at Indian customers and Indian market. And the second thing is basically trust. Like most people don't really trust Indian brands, and that's majorly because most of the Indian brands didn't really do anything about it. The first smartphone that we really thought that would make a major breakthrough was this company called Freedom
Micromax.
251.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Or that one. I mean, Freedom 251. I'm not even gonna talk about that because that really never really came through to us. That was really bullshit. Like that entire concept really led us into a completely farce imagination of things. Like, right? So, but then, like, I mean, if you think about it in that perspective, there are like really less Indian alternatives in that matter. Like, you literally don't have any other alternatives. So yeah, I mean, it's really difficult for people, to think about buying things from India. But then if you actually want to boycott China completely, you would basically tend to buy things from other companies, and that basically leads to since I began with phones. So that basically leads you into companies like Apple and Google, right? And they are extremely expensive, for the matter of fact.
Yeah,
And
I
most
mean,
of us Indians don't really look at price as like the moment we see like it's above 30 grand, we are like, dude, nah, man, I'd rather buy like a Xiaomi whatever Note whatever bullshit for like 8 grand, and that'll basically run me. But then we don't realize that it might just explode in our hands in the next minute, because that's literally what it does, right? I mean that's literally what it does. It explodes in our hands, and the other thing is it explodes in Pangong Lake. Like people like the Chinese government literally attacked us there, and that's literally what happened, right? So it's really difficult for think about alternatives in that matter.
yeah, I mean, Anurag,
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
brand do you think in the future, Indian brand in the future, do you think is going to make a lot of sense or dominance in the market? What brand, if I say dominance in the market right now, what brand comes to your mind? Indian brand. And why?
Uh, Indian brand, I don't think there are much Indian brands that I can see who will do
Okay.
good. But
Okay. That's your perspective.
the
You can talk
current
about it.
the current Indian brand that I can see is dominating each market they are going is Jio, Reliance Industries, obviously.
Wonderful. I mean,
Wherever they are going, they're doing just too good with the help of the government, or the lower prices and
they are
everything.
helping the government, dude, not with the help of the government. They're basically near to a government. I mean, they have so much
It's
power
a
and money in their hands.
mutual advantage thing,
Okay, so
I
that is
would say.
your opinion. I'll say this. I believe Tata has a huge potential to have market
Tata
dominance
has
in 10 years because
Tata is everywhere,
I agree.
definitely.
Geo is a
I agree. I
businessman.
agree.
Tata is an industrialist. And if it comes to a choice between favoring a businessman and an industrialist, please choose an industrialist. He will give you a lot of
Mhm.
benefits. Venkat, what do you
I
think?
agree.
Industrialist or a businessman?
I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree to that, man. I mean, even if you like stray away from the fact that he was an industrialist and the fact that he actually helped the economy get boosted up, you look at Tata Group in general, like they literally have their foot in everything, starting from telecom right up to automotive, and then moving on to like general public
Tata
consumer
Steel, Tata
goods,
Salt,
literally
Exactly.
Tata
everything,
Agri
right? Like
products,
they
everything is
have
there.
exactly they have their foot in almost everything, and it's really amazing. Like I mean, it's really commendable how Tata have actually evolved in all of this competition that they have. Like it's really amazing. I completely agree.
Give you this, man. My grandfather used to work for Tata, both Telco and Disco. Telco stands for Tata Electric Locomotive Company, and Disco is Tata
Yeah.
Industrial Company. The benefits were
Mhm.
amazing, dude. I'm talking 1960s. My grandfather, he used to be a metallurgy specialist. He had his own
Mhm.
house, AC, current bill was taken care of. My grandmother's pregnancy, those things were taken care of. Free education.
Mhm.
There was a school called as Little Flower. I think Anurag, you might be knowing. It's a very famous school.
Yeah, I'm actually familiar with this. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom studied there zero fees because grandfather worked at Tata. So
Yeah,
that
yeah, 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 yeah.
so is the reason why I believe Tata is going to, Tata is the near future. So going a
Even
little
looking at
further,
the Tata Motors, it is very much like promising. The new designs that they're working upon,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
taking the chassis of the
For sure.
Jaguar and Land Rover
Yeah,
vehicles
yeah,
and
yeah.
they
working
take
upon
the
that.
Exactly.
That's
goods in
so
their hands.
Uh-huh.
so much promising.
I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Better
basically
safety and
their
Exactly.
everything.
homework in Tata's Hexagon. It feels like
Exactly,
that.
right?
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the
Good.
Range Rover Evoque. It's just like they made them 15 lakhs less cheaper, and tada, we have Tata Hexa. To be honest,
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, like now I have a very serious question to both of you guys. If you
Cool,
find
cool,
it
cool, cool.
offensive, don't mind it. It's just I want to know how a young person perceives an identity for himself. So imagine this: if Anurag left the world tomorrow, how would you want you to remember us, or how would you want us to remember you? That is the question. How would you want us to remember you, Anurag, as a person, if you were to leave Earth tomorrow?
Like, how would I want you to remember me?
Yes. How would Anurag stay in his best friend's hearts?
I would like person to look upon me as someone who was trying to help them or be funny at all times. Trying to live life as positive. That's it.
Okay, it's
Not much.
positivity, be funny and helpful. Venkat, you?
I mean, I literally have a lot of answers for this, but then I mean, I'll actually compress this entire thing. I'll tell you, like, I actually want people to remember me as a nice person, and basically anyone who could just basically, go up to and ask for help anytime. I really don't want to be that kind of a guy who basically seemed like a piece of shit at any point of time, in terms of like, like he's a piece of shit, and if you go and ask him for help, he'll basically not help you. I really don't want myself to be projected that way. So I mean, I really want myself to be a person who is easily approachable for any kind of help whatsoever. I mean, I'm always happy for at any point of time, and I really want people to think of me in that way. Also. I mean, I really don't have any other way. Yeah.
So Anurag wants
That's
to be
literally
remembered
what.
as a funny person, funny, helpful, creative, happy-go-lucky person,
Exactly.
and
Uh-huh.
Venkat should
What
be
about you,
remembered.
Pranav?
I
What
don't
Yeah,
about
what
know.
you?
about you, man? Come
Okay.
on.
See, I'm
Yeah,
the most
that
highest
basically
aspect.
means that Pranav, that basically means that Pranav doesn't really want to leave the world really soon, right?
He
Okay,
wants us to
since
get
you asked
to die
me,
and live. Oh, come on.
okay, fine.
I
So since you asked me, I'll give you the answer. I just want to be remembered as a person who put a smile on people's faces, man. If that makes any sense to you. When if you guys
I guess
think
that
of
is
me,
everyone wants. That is
exactly,
everyone wants.
the world is now at a very bad place, and that's what I sincerely hope. If I leave and if I die tomorrow, if you think of me, I should put a smile on your face. I think that's the entire humanitarian goal that we are
exactly.
working for as
And it would be really amazing place to live in if literally every single human being actually thought that way, in a way that like if they basically remembered everybody else as a person who literally could put a smile on their face. But that's literally not how everybody is. Like you and I and Anurag literally know every single person who might actually be out there who does not think that way, and it's really it kind of is heartbreaking that way. But then yeah, I'm not gonna spark up any controversy on this podcast. This is a happy, lucky place. This is the place where we basically share our emotions and all. But then we are not gonna
I mean,
literally
it's
offend
fine.
anyone.
Like, it's good that you opened up because this is fine to discuss about these things right now. Everyone needs an emotional
Yeah, exactly.
companion.
Right.
I mean, when this
Mhm.
kicked in, no, right now, if day by day goes by, I'm losing faith in all these medical sciences and other stuff, man. It feels like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
vaccine is forever coming. Do you feel the same way, both of you guys? Are you guys starting to lose hope and stuff? Because I am. I'm admitting it. I sincerely am losing hope and stuff. But every morning I wake up and check Twitter and hope for a vaccine. That has been my day. Your opinions,
I
both of
would say, like, for a vaccine to be made, it would take a lot of time. So I'm not like hopeful like it would happen in a year or two. It's a new disease overall, and people have to be tested, like have to work upon it. So it's a very, very long process. I'm hopeful that it should be done within 2 years, I guess.
you. 2 years.
2 years is more than enough.
Dude, I'll start
Like
balding in
two
2 years,
years,
man.
2 years, like to be available for everyone. No, it would take a year and a half to be manufactured and tested, approved, then to be distributed among everyone. Then they have to manufacture and make it available for everyone. Like it's a very, very long process, I would say. So
But 2 years is still a very fast time,
two
by the way.
years.
It takes 6 years in general to develop a vaccine. So we are in the race to the fastest vaccine development across the globe. I'll also like to point there for the people who the optimists in the crowd. You can be optimistic right now. Venkat, your opinion, your perspective. Come on.
I mean, more than hopeless. I mean, there are like specific things that I kind of am losing hope on, but then like, uh, it's like very hard to say. Like, right? I mean, there are like very specific things that I think that will not happen in the future, and that I basically need to trust on my own, self belief in that matter. That the way I approach things in general. But then, yeah, I mean, if you come back to the fact of healthcare in general, it's really hard to say, to be honest. Like there are like people literally putting their life on the line to save people's life every single day out there, and and to be honest, like I think it's really like I'll tell you what surprises me the most more than anything else, more than being hopeless or whatnot. There are like people out there who are not actually helping these people, who are basically putting their lives on the line. So, I mean, I'll tell you about my state itself, like that. West Bengal in general. So, West Bengal essentially extended their lockdown till the end of this month, and there is not a single place that's not filled with people. Every single place I see is completely crowded with people. There are like tons of people on the road. There are people drinking tea in like chapris that we basically like on the roadside, and it's really heartbreaking to see that people don't really have the heart in that way, and that kind of makes me hopeless. Like, I mean, there are people literally out there trying to put in their life on the line, trying to save you from the disease, trying to do their very best to actually stop the spread of the disease. But then there are people like you who don't really give a shit about it, and then go about it and do their general life purposes in
Yeah.
any way and matter whatsoever. That's really horrible, right? The thinking about that really, that really is really
Yeah,
horrible.
it takes to the most. Anurag, your city is in the same way, or your city is following lockdown and recently?
Oh, it's way worse. I would say way worse than this.
Yeah, to be honest,
Like
we are living in
earlier,
India. Right?
earlier Venkat
For
told
us,
about that example, na, like people are spitting here and there. I was like thinking, is he talking about Bihar?
Oh,
Like, I can still see people doing that. Okay,
it's
okay.
yesterday
I
only I
don't
went
I,
outside. I was
it's,
like looking at people. They're spitting here and they're eating gutha, like crowding up the places, going for fast food and everything. Like there's nothing. Corona is nothing for them. It looks like
Okay, that's
it's
that.
India we are talking about, right?
that is
It's
very
it's
bad.
India we are talking about. Like we don't really expect much from people who are here. Like
Yeah, I
we,
mean, like,
in a,
but we still are the nation which imposed the largest lockdown. I mean, 1.3 billion
exactly right.
people go. We told them to stay at their homes. I don't know. That actually became a huge news, man. I don't know if you're aware of it. India has now the record for the world's largest lockdown. Even China doesn't
I
have
mean, that's the thing, right? Like India, from its governmental policies, has imposed a lockdown that was probably the largest. But then when it comes down to people who want to follow it and who want to make sure that it does not happen, and there are like not enough literate people in this country to actually follow those guidelines and think about the welfare of this country. I mean, in a country where like people are literally illiterate and people really don't really care about what's happening around them, it's really difficult to impose a lockdown and then get about establishing what you really essentially thought of as establishing. It's really hard, to be honest.
it. Okay, I
I
mean
would say
that.
that there's a very big difference between what is being planned and what is being executed at all.
Exactly, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
for
That is
sure.
what
Exactly.
has been happening in India from last
Mm-hmm.
lot of time, I would say, and now it's very much
Exactly.
inevitable. Like
Exactly.
people are saying that we are having lockdown, but people don't care. Government is
People
imposing
don't
every
really care. Yeah, I
guidelines.
mean, and
Government is
Yeah.
telling us stand at this distance, or I was going in Big Bazaar yesterday. I was saying that there's this, you know, circles marked and you should stay at this distance. When
Okay.
you go inside, people don't care.
Mhm.
Inside the
Okay.
market, they don't care. They're like, oh, let's queue up
It's okay.
together and everything.
It's all right, man.
That's sad.
I'm gonna get. Yeah, exactly. I
But
mean, it's really sad when you think about it in that way, because most people in India are basically the people who don't really care about it are basically those people who don't care about it. Why? Because they know that if they actually care about it and then follow the guidelines of the lockdown, they'll die of starve. They'll die of no food and no income, because that is basically the sad economic situation of this country. Like people don't have jobs. People are losing jobs in fact in every single day.
yeah.
And if you put all of that into perspective, you kind of think about it like the entire fact about lockdown is basically telling all these laborers in a way that you basically don't get to work for your everyday wage and everyday food in general, and then you die. But then they don't realize that like you would die the other way too. In fact, you would die earlier if you don't you know abide by the rules laid down by the government. And it's not like the government is not doing its part and trying to help these people. But then again, as I said, it's India. they're stupid people. They're really
I would
like
say
that.
it is
You can't really.
politics. It's all about politics mainly.
It's
One
yeah,
state government
exactly.
is just
Exactly. I mean
shifting
that
the blame to
also
the other, like
Exactly.
you should do this or I should do that. So it's about
Exactly.
that.
it makes a lot of sense. So okay, so actually I was planning on asking this question. I don't know about West Bengal. So I think I asked you this before. How is in your state is the 10th exam happening or students passing that? Under because in my state students are passing
Uh,
directly, no exam for them. It has been announced by the government itself. What's the situation in
I
your state?
haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of it, but I guess they should be passing students.
Yeah, I'm
They
guessing.
should be. I'm not sure till now. But
I'm also, disappointed by the fact that we won't have a graduation ceremony. I wanted to wear that thing and,
no,
take
I don't
photos.
want a convocation.
Oh, you don't want
I
a
don't want a
convocation. Why?
Venkat will understand what I'm trying to say.
I mean, this
After
might as well
no, no,
this might
Venkat,
as well
after
turn
looking
into
at what was sent today, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
want a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
convocation
Okay, now I get
ceremony.
it. Okay, fine, fine. Okay. I also don't want convocation. Boycott China and then
might as
boycott
well
convocation.
turn into a SRM this podcast really fast.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really mind that, I mean, to be honest.
I mean, like, my mom was really looking forward to it. She was like, we are going to have a good time. I don't know, man. Corona came and unannounced and, fucked up everything possible. I was quite near really to the college. Fuck it, leave that aside. So let's come to the last part of the, discussion. So I have to ask you guys this question. So there is this now a new saying that the entire future is going to be digital automation. So newer skill sets towards digitalization and automation should be taught in the curriculum, and people like us should pick up on these skills. What's your opinion on this digitization, automation, which is basically a little bit of coding? What do you guys have an opinion on this? Do you guys want to learn these skill sets, or do you want to give a hard part to this skill set? Anurag, let's start with you.
Well, if it were upon me, I would never have to work upon this coding and all. I don't like it at all. Okay.
Okay.
Computer and everything, I just hate it. I want to go total mechanical, total hardware.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
thing is that we all know that digitalization is inevitable. It has to happen. Like look at this corona situation, the e-commerce sites, online advertising, online everything is going that way only.
Yeah.
And no,
So
I guess the future is that only.
the
We are
future
looking at
is
how
that,
much we are
but do you
how
want
much we
to
are
learn
relying
those skill
upon.
sets now? That is the question. Are you in to learn these new skill sets now?
Well, for survival we have to adapt.
Okay,
That's
so
the
very good.
basic rule.
Okay, but definitely
We all
not
can
coding,
see how
some
much
other
we are
skill set.
relied.
If I'm guessing right, some other. Okay, okay,
Have to.
that makes a lot of sense. Venkat, you?
Dude, I mean, I hate computers so much that I didn't really have computer till like after 10th grade.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
know.
last
I
time I was
know.
in touch with computers. Yeah, I mean, you guys
He
should
took
probably know.
biology, dude. Anurag, he took
Yeah,
biology
I
and
had
second.
biology in
Bro,
11th and 12th grade.
I was forced to read informative practices. I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah,
Even in that, I
that
was
is
scoring about
horrible, man.
60 or 50 out of
That
100. I was like, so bad thing. I just don't
that
want to
is
study.
horrifying, dude. Like, yeah, that is horrifying, man. I really like I really did not really bond with computer science in general at all. Like that entire subject really gave me jitters, and I was like, dude, why do I even need to code? Like, what? This is stupid. And but then like thinking what's going on right now, it basically boils down to the fact that what Darwin basically said, survival of the
Survival of the
fittest. Right? Like
fittest. Yeah, thoughts.
yeah, exactly right. Like you basically need to know the most makeshift thing in the world that's happening right now, and for you to survive, for you
You
to
have to
get through
adapt.
whatever is happening right now, you basically need to know the basic skill set. And to be honest, the where the world is leading towards now, I think the basic skill set is basically knowing about computer science and digitalization in general. And it's really sad for people like us who are so much devoted into mechanics and who literally loved mechanics so much that we did automotive engineering and basically screwed our lives, right? Like, so that's basically what happened with us, right? So I mean, it's really sad for us. But then, like, if you, I mean, it's basically no time to be sad. Like, it's a time for us to hustle, and we basically have to change ourselves in that part. That's what I think about it. But then, like, I mean, as much as I would not like to learn coding and given to the digitalization of this entire thing, I think that's basically how the world is shaping up, right? That's basically the future I see. That thing.
Okay, since you mentioned hustle and we've come to the last part, as usual, I want to introduce a new website to you guys. I hope this will be useful for you also, Anurag Pratik. I'm gonna share the screen in a moment. Yeah. So wait a second. Where is the website? Okay. This is the website I'm talking about. Now, this is an online library which is completely free for you guys. You can download softwares, movies, and basically anything. You also have jobs that you can take a look at. And this is like an archive of all the old books. How do I say? How to Make Friends Win, Influence People by Daniel Carnegie. Those kind of books. These old classics are available here. It's completely free. You have cool videos, audio clips, and some of my favorite softwares, to be honest. I can show you those. DOS and all, are you aware of it? DOS, disk operating system.
Yeah, dude. Like, MS DOS was like class 7th grade shit. That, yeah, it's like shit that I got to know in 7th grade.
So yeah, that's about it, guys. So please check this website out. There is a lot of free books
I
available
actually
there.
have seen this website before. You know what? I actually downloaded quite a few books from here.
Oh wow, wonderful.
Like, very
Anurag, you heard about this website?
Very low-key.
I guess I have heard about this, but
Okay.
I haven't checked it out yet.
You haven't checked it out. Venkat, you have checked it out. Is it good enough? I downloaded a couple of books to just check whether this is legit or not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
I think it's pretty useful for people who are actually looking for stuff out there. I think like, there are things that like you will actually find useful for you if you're actually patient enough to look through the entire archive that you have, and their database is huge. Like, they literally have a lot of shit in their database. It's like amazing. You can actually go through it.
Now, since I'm seeing this, University of Toronto and all is there. Okay, then so yeah, that's it, man. We are done with the podcast. Anurag, thank you so much for joining and giving us your
time. Thanks, man.
An honor, bro.
Thanks, man.
It's an honor, bro.
Fun having you. I hope to see you in the season 2 of the podcast.
Come on, man. It's always fun having you people on our podcast.
Yeah,
really cool.
Oh, I'm much more excited to be back.
Okay, then I'm signing off. Venkat, thanks for being an amazing host, man, as usual.
Hey, no problem, man. See you. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Good night.